Hi, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। टुडे वी आर डिस्कस्ड AWS MCQs। सबसे पहले हम 30 नंबर क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं कि बस कंपनी रन्स प्रोडक्शन एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फ्लीट EC2 इंस्टेंस। द एप्लीकेशन रीड्स द डाटा फ्रॉम Amazon SQS queue and process message in parallel. Message volume is unpredictable and often intermittent traffic. This application should continually process message without any downtime. तो उसका आंसर क्या होगा? सोल्यूशन मीट्स दिस रिक्वायरमेंट्स अफेक्टिवली। सबसे ए ऑप्शन है यूज़ स्पॉट इंस्टेंस एक्सक्लूसिवली हैंडल मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी, या फिर यूज़ रिवर्स इंस्टेंस यूज़ करेगा, और सी ऑप्शन है रिवर्स इंस्टेंस फॉर बिजनेस कैपेसिटी और यूज़ स्पॉट इंस्टेंस टू हैंडल एडिशनल कैपेसिटी, और ऑप्शन डी है यूज़ रिवर्स इंस्टेंस फॉर बिजनेस कैपेसिटी एंड ऑन डिमांड इंस्टेंस टू हैंडल। ऑप्शन डी इज़ करेक्ट। रिजर्व इंस्टेंस भी यूज़ करेगा और उसके साथ ऑन डिमांड करेगा। रीज़न क्या है? वी रिकमेंड टू यूज़ ऑन डिमांड इंस्टेंस फॉर एप्लीकेशन विद शॉर्ट टर्म इरेगुलर वर्कलोड। ये शॉर्ट टर्म इरेगुलर वर्कलोड के लिए यूज़ करते हैं जो कि अनइंटरप्टेड होता है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 31 पे आते हैं कि कंपनी जो है वो बिल्ड कर रही है वेब बेस्ड ऐप रनिंग ऑन EC2 in multiple availability zone. The web app will provide access to repository to text documents totaling size है उसका 900 TB. The company anticipate that web app will experience period of high demand. Solution architect must ensure the storage component for the text documents can scale to meet the demand of the application of all time. Company is concerned about overall cost solution. So, which storage solution meet the requirements most cost effectively? सबसे पहले है EBS block store, elastic file system AFS, और है third one is Elasticsearch service, and fourth one is S3. So correct answer is S3 because it is very cheapest and can access from anywhere. 32 नंबर पे आते हैं। कंपनी ऑन asynchronous API that is used to ingest user request and based on request type be dispatched request to appropriate microservice processing. Company is using API gateway to deploy API front end and Lambda function. Invoke Amazon DynamoDB to store user requests for before dispatching the process microservices. Company provisioned as much DynamoDB throughput as its budget allows, but company still experience availability issue losing your user request. Solution क्या होगा इसका? What should solution architect to address the issue without impacting the existing user? सबसे पहला है add throttling API gateway server side throttling limits. B option है DynamoDB यूज़ कर लें, Lambda to buffer to write DynamoDB, and third one is create secondary index DynamoDB for table with user request. Fourth one is use Amazon simple queue service SQS and Lambda to buffer write and DynamoDB. D is the correct answer. Simple SQS यूज़ कर लें और साथ उसमें DynamoDB as a buffer यूज़ कर लें DynamoDB. Because all options put some more changes to DynamoDB, but company supplied as much as they can for DynamoDB. It is async request and we need to retry mechanism to lose customer data. 33 है company is building a new dynamic ordering website. Company wants 10 minimum size server minimize server maintenance and patching. Website highly available, must scale read and write capacity and ready was possible to meet the user demand. Solution क्या है? Host static content in S3, host dynamic content as using API gateway and Amazon Lambda. Use DynamoDB with on-demand capacities of the for the database. Configure Amazon CloudFront to deliver website content. B option है host static content Amazon S3, host dynamic content for Amazon API or Lambda, Aurora with auto scaling for database. Configure CloudFront to deliver website content. सी ऑप्शन है होस्ट वेबसाइट कंटेंट क्रिएट ऑन ऑटो स्केलिंग ग्रुप EC2 इंस्टेंस एंड और ALB यूज़ कर लें डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ट्रैफिक एट DNB फॉर दी प्रोविजन विद राइट कैपेसिटी फॉर डेटाबेस। डी ऑप्शन है होस्ट वेबसाइट कंटेंट EC2 create auto scaling group for the scale EC2 instance use ALB to distribute traffic Amazon Aurora with auto scaling database. A is the correct answer. Host content in Amazon S3 host dynamic content by using API gateway and Lambda. Use DynamoDB as on-demand capacity for database. Configure Amazon CloudFront. Basically CloudFront इसमें इन्वॉल्व है, तो उसके लिए यहाँ पर ए यूज़ करेंगे। 34 है रैपिडली ग्रोइंग ई कॉमर्स कंपनीज रनिंग वर्कलोड सिंगल AWS रीजन solution architect must create disaster recovery strategy that include different database region. Company wants to database to update DR region with least possible latency. Remaining infrastructure is the DR region needs to run reduced capacity and must be able to scale up as necessary. Solution क्या है इसका requirement? The lowest recovery time objective Aurora use कर लें with the pilot light deployment. Aurora global database with warm standby और C option है RDS multi AZ instance with pilot light deployment. D option है Amazon RDS instance with warm standby. B is the correct answer. Use Aurora global database with warm standby. Explanation में 35 पे आते हैं। Company run e-commerce application EC2 behind ALB. The instance run in EC2 auto scaling group across multiple availability zone. The auto scaling group scale based on CPU utilization matrices. The e-commerce application stores the transaction data in MySQL and database hosted in large EC2 instance. Database performance degrades quickly, application load increases, the application handle more read requests and transactions. The company wants a solution that will automatically scale database to meet the demand of unpredictable and read workload while maintaining the high availability. Solution इसका क्या होगा? Amazon RedShift यूज़ कर ले with single node for ladder and compute functionally. Use RDS, configure RDS for adder reader instance different zone. और C है Aurora multi-AZ deployment, configure Aurora auto scaling with Aurora investment. D option है elastic cache with cache with EC2 support. C is the correct answer. Use Aurora. रीज़न है जी परफॉर्मेंस इसकी इम्प्रूवमेंट बाय और MySQL यूज़ कर रहे हैं इसमें और RDS एंड हैंडल मोर रीड रिक्वेस्ट राइट मेंटेनेंस हाई अवेलेबिलिटी मल्टी एजी डिप्लॉयमेंट। 36 है कंपनी यूज़ AWS ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू क्रिएट डेडिकेटेड AWS accounts for each business unit to manage each business unit account independently upon request. Root mail reception missed a notification that sent to the root user email to address to one account. Company wants to ensure all future notification are not missed. तो solution क्या होगा इसका? Solution a configure company email server to forward notification emails messages that are sent to AWS account root user email address to all user information. B option है configure करें इसको all AWS account user email address distribution that list the go to few administration. You can respond to alert, configure AWS account alternate contacts AWS organization console programmatically. C option है configure all AWS accounts root user messages to send one admin who is responsible for monitoring alert and forwarding these alerts to appropriate group. And D option है configure all existing AWS accounts. All accounts को configure कर लें और and all new accounts to use the same. हाय गाइस, आज हम AWS अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस। आज हम स्टार्ट करते हैं AWS के MCQ सेशन। 43 नंबर क्वेश्चन है, सोल्यूशन आर्किटेक्ट इज डिजाइनिंग अ न्यू हाइब्रिड आर्किटेक्चर to extend company on-premises infrastructure to AWS. Company requires highly available connection with consistent load latency added to AWS. Company needs to minimize cost, willing to accept slower traffic if primary connection fail. तो उसके लिए सोल्यूशन क्या होगा? सोल्यूशन इज प्रोविजन AWS डायरेक्ट connection to region, provision of VPN connection, backup if primary direct connection fail. सो बी ऑप्शन है VPN टनल को हम यूज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं, और सी ऑप्शन है डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट को हम यूज़ करते हैं। तो उसमें सेकंड डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट जो होगा वो सेम रीजन एज अ बैकअप इफ़ प्राइमरी कनेक्शन फेल। सो एक्सप्लेनेशन में जाते हैं। एक्सप्लेनेशन में है कि इफ़ समवन केस दिस कनेक्शन alone is not enough, it is always better to guarantee a full back connection as a backup of DX. There are several options, but implement it as AWS site-to-site VPN is real cost-effective solution that can be exploited or reduce cost when we wait for setup of the DX. So C option is the correct one. A option is the correct one. Provision of AWS direct connection to region, provision to VPN connection as a backup if primary connection direct connection failed. So next question है, company host our data lake. AWS data lake consists of data S3 and RDS for PostgreSQL. Company need reporting solution, data visualization, and include all data sources within data lake. Only company management should have full access to visualization. Company should have only limited access. Solution क्या होगा? Create an analysis of Amazon QuickSight, create new data set, publish dashboard, visualize data, share dashboard with appropriate IAM role, create analysis of QuickSight and sources and create new data set, publish dashboard to visualize data, share dashboard with appropriate user and groups. C option है AWS glue table and crawler of data S3, create AWS glue extracts from ATL and publish report to S3, use S3 bucket policy. D option है create glue table and crawler, use Amazon antenna, predator query to access RDS for server and to generate report. Amazon antenna publish report S3 and S3 bucket policy limited reports. A is the correct answer because इसमें हम एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं कि वो Amazon QuickSight connect all data sources, new data set, publish dashboard, visualize data, share dashboard with appropriate IAM role. So IAM role is important. So next one is company is building e-commerce web AWS application, send information about new orders to Amazon API, REST gateway, REST API to process, and wants to ensure the order data process in the order they are received. Solution क्या होगा? कि solution इसमें है B option, use API gateway integration to send message to SQS सर्विस यूज़ कर रहे हैं इसमें, and receive an order, configure SQS FIFO queue, invoke AWS Lambda function for processing. And 46 company running publicity accessible serverless application, use API gateway, AWS Lambda application traffic, recent spike due to fraudulent request from both nets. Solution क्या होगा? बहुत ब्लॉक रिक्वेस्ट आना था, यूज़र को ब्लॉक करना चाह रहे हैं। तो इसमें दो ऑप्शन हैं हमारे पास, A एंड C. फर्स्टली क्रिएट यूजेज प्लान विद API एंड शेयर विद जेन्युइन यूज़र्स ओनली। हम यूज़र प्लान क्रिएट करेंगे और विद API के इसके साथ शेयर करेंगे। एंड C ऑप्शन इज इम्प्लीमेंट WAF रूल टू टारगेट malicious request and trigger action to filter them out. So the next question is hospital recently deployed first RESTful API gateway Lambda. Hospital uses API Lambda to upload reports in PDF format. Hospital need to modify Lambda code to identify protect health information to into report. So correct answer is C. Amazon text rect to extract the data text from the report and use Amazon comprehend medical to identify PHI from the text. So the next question is company has large Microsoft SharePoint deployment running on premises that require Microsoft Windows and shared file storage. Company wants to migrate this workload to AWS cloud. Considering various storage options, the storage must be highly available, integrated with Active Directory for access control. So the solution is firstly configure EFS को हम configure कर लें and directory domain and authentication और P option है SMB storage recorded way and 2 availability zone. C option है S3 configure कर लें and to mount in the Microsoft Windows to volume. And D option is Amazon create Amazon FSX for Windows file server and set directory domain for authentication. So FSX for Windows फाइल सिस्टम के लिए हम इसको क्रिएट करेंगे और उसमें हम अपने डायरेक्टरी डोमेन को ऑथेंटिकेशन के लिए रखेंगे because Windows server is required in Microsoft Windows shared file storage. So this is the D is the correct answer. Company containerized app run on the EC2. Company needs to download security certificate before it can communicate with other business web. Company wants to high secure solution to encrypt and decrypt certificates. So the solution store data highly available, data is encrypted. What will be solution? D is the solution because in case of encryption we use KMS. So create KMS managed by allow EC2 role and use KMS key for encryption. Store encryption data for elastic block store EFS volume. So 50 company recently launched a variety of workload EC2 instance. The company needs to create strategy to administer the instance remotely and securely. The company needs to implement a repeatable process works with AWS and what allows of AWS framework solution क्या होगा? Solution is B. Attach appropriate IAM role to each instance and a new instance. So use AWS system manager session manager to establish remote SSH session. Why B is correct? Because there is a IAM role. In A option there is no IAM role and C is no IAM role and D is also no IAM role. So 51 is company has data ingestion workflow include following components: SNS topic, receive notification, new data deliveries, AWS Lambda function, name process, store data. So the investigation workflow occasionally fails because of a connectivity issue when tenure occurs the corresponding data not assigned unless the company manually return the job. What should the solution? A is the correct answer. Configure Lambda function. Lambda function. So modify Lambda function. C option SNS topic return. So question is, we are going to use SNS topic receive notification about new data deliveries Lambda function that process data store data. So what solution will architect to ensure all notifications are eventually processed? All events should be processed eventually. So use Lambda function across multiple availability zone. Next question is if knowledge will never come to my request channel. 64% of the company needs to store data and gets the data flow to AGM. Object that is 3 will remain unchanged at specific time. And company decide to modify the object only specified user calculate list of ability to delete object which this solution and no that is called what should be the solution the architect to access requirement is the correct answer S3 bucket create करें with S3 object and lock enable versioning and add S3 users who need to object about legal information setting or retention period use this tool take this value these the correct answers the legal hold to the objects permission policies to information stay object to object store using to run order it can help to prevent the object from being deleted enabling buttons is used to lock the object but also maintain multiple versions of object legal hold available immutable hold of three permissions option A yes 3 is designed usable S3 company website uses EC2 instance stored highly valuable stored this is the correct answer use ESS because company on the website or production or production production data is designed for real-time available service for time permits the not report active and highly available storage. Companies running several business and three separate VPCs with a region. The configuration must be able to communicate between VPC applications, must be able to consistently send 100 gigabyte data. Potentially sensitive application that is run single on-premises data center solution needs to design a network that maximize cost effectiveness. Optionally, companies running partner social media website, ability to upload image, share with the users, sure that images do not contain content, then use Amazon recognition, detective. Company has application that ingest incoming messages quickly consumed by dozens of applications. Number of messages drastically and sometimes spikes high as 100,000 each second. The company wants to decouple the solution and increase scalability. When we talk about decouple solution, use SNS topic for more SQS message from queues. We also take one from ChatGPT company. Genesis will not be used obviously. SNS and go for the next. Existing company has multi-tier x86 servers and is auto-scaling they will be the solution on needs to modify the to highly available without modifying the app. Company has multi-tier app that runs 6 front and web server and ALB solution is to modify this. Correct answer is B. Modify auto-scaling router. Use 3 instances approach to availability. Zone modify auto-scaling. High availability. One sound zero. Company store all transcript file on monthly basis. Users access the file with random within 1 year. But user access the file and frequently after 1 year. Company wants to optimize the installation. User ability to query files that are less than 1 year. B is the direct access storage delete file. S3 lifecycle policy to move files. Glacier takes flexible out of 1 year. MF enforcement using Glacier. Second using intelligent tiling. Third party using standard storage is 3 and lifecycle. e-commerce company have host its analytics application and AWS cloud application. They generate about 300 MB of data each month. The data stored in JSON format. The company is evaluating disaster recovery solution to backup the file data. Data must be accessible in milliseconds if it is needed, and data must be kept for 30 days. What should be the solution for that? Use Glacier? No. Use S3 as standard. Why? Is using because e-commerce company has an application and 300 MB. Glacier is used for large data. Is only 300 MB each month. So the radius of let's check out from the ChatGPT. Given the requirements of the e-commerce company disaster recovery to the access to data, is the answer Glacier. Amazon S3 Glacier is the cheapest, while standard is expensive. S3 Glacier is the most cost effective. company has website hosted on AWS. Website is behind ARB that is configured HTTP and HTTPS separately. The company wants to forward all requests to a website so that request will use HTTPS. You see listener rule, create listener rule on ALB to redirect HTTP and HTTPS. Create a listener rule. The company website hosted on AWS website is behind ALB that is configured to handle HTTP and HTTPS separately. Company wants to forward all requests to website so that request will use HTTPS. Solution architect do meet this requirement. See, just create listener rule on ALB to redirect HTTP to HTTPS. Listener rule application ALB allows you to define rule based on the incoming traffic and create listener rule. You can specify condition and action to take into the different types of traffic. Redirect HTTP to HTTPS. Incoming HTTP traffic should be automatically redirected to ensure it's fully handled. When we talk about AND updating ALV network ACL can cause HTTPS retraction to subnet and ACL controls traffic subnet level don't handle protocol redirection. Actually, ACL in subnet level there is no option to handle the protocol redirection. So when we talk about D, it's technically possible to write the URL from HTTP. It is not most efficient recommendation way to enforce HTTPS approach and not handle request to add HTTP by passing LV. D option NLV transport layer, operator transport layer, not build in the capabilities of HTTP. Additionally, NLV server name indication does not enforce HTTPS enable use multiple SSL certificate for single load balancer. Therefore, creating listener rule is a good choice for ALB. In fact, create listener rule on ALB to redirect HTTP to HTTPS. On 7th level, it is not possible to redirect. Here we'll talk about the WSMC of 197, a company run on premises application that is powered by MySQL. And the company is migrating the application to AWS to increase application elasticity and availability. The current architecture shows heavy read activity on basis database during times of normal operation. Every 4 hours, company's development team pulls full export of production database to populate database in staging environment during the build period. User experience unacceptable application latency. The development team is unable to use staging environment until the procedure complete. Solution architect must recommend replacement architecture that alleviates the application latency issue. Replacement architecture also must give the development team the ability to continue using staging environment without delay. Solution will be use as Amazon Aurora with a multi-AZ Aurora replica for production. Use database cloning to create staging database on demand. So in option A, use Aurora and implementing backup store, use database cloning. Go for the next application run on EC2 instance across multiple zones. Instance run in EC2 auto scaling group behind the application load balancer. The application perform best when CPU utilization of EC2 instance occur near 40%. What should be solution architecture to maintain desired performance? B option is the correct use target tracking policy to dynamically scale the auto scaling group. Application run on EC2 instance across multiple zones. For instance, run an EC2 auto scaling group behind ALB. The application perform best when CPU utilization EC2 instance near 40%. Solution architect to maintain the desired performance across all instances in the group. So it target tracking policy to dynamically scale auto scaling group. Tracking policy will be used in here. Maintain desired performance across all instances. Auto scaling group where the application perform best and use tracking policy. Target scale policy. You can set target value of specific matrix utilization auto scaling group. Then adjust the number of instances in response to changes into metric and to maintain the target. Maintain desired performance. This target CPU group will automatically remove instance based on actual CPU utilization, ease of configuration, and CND. Simple scaling policy to dynamic scale to the auto scaling group and use a Lambda function to update desired auto scaling group. And the CD option is use schedule scaling actions to scale up and scale down the auto scaling group. Therefore, we use target tracking policy to dynamically scale the auto scaling group in the most convenient solution. Target tracking policy. Next question: a company has Amazon S3 bucket that contain critical data. The company must protect the data from accidental deletion. So A and B is the correct answer. Company has S3 bucket that is critical data. Company must protect data for accidental deletion. Then enable versioning and enable MFA. A company recently signed a contract in AWS management providers partners for help with the application migration initiative because solution architect needs to share AMI from existing AWS account with SP partners. About the AMI is backed by EBS and use customer master key to encrypt EBS. Sure. The most secure answer will be B part. Modify launch permission property AMI. Share AMI with SMP partner and only CMA key policy allow MSP partner account to use the key. And talk about the AMI snapshots policy available. The modify CMK key policy to allow MSP partner. B part modify launch permission property of AMI. Share AMI with MSP partner. Share the existing EMS key with MSP external account because it is already being used to encrypt an AMI snapshot. Make a encrypted AMI and snapshot publicly available. Modify the EMK key and modify launch permission property. The most secure way for solution architect is share AMI MSP partner account while maintaining security is B option. Modify the launch permission property of AMI. Share AMI with the MSP partner. Address account the modify CMK PMSP partner address account to use the key. Option B. Ensure that the AMI is shared securely only with MSP partners. AWS account limiting access to only authorized parties. Modifying launch permission property of AMI and CMK allows you to control how you can launch instance with the from the AMI and modify